No. Let's dig right in. Perfect. Okay, I've got this going on. Alrighty, welcome. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining this session of our half-hour hacks. Today, we are diving into a simple but powerful tool called missed call text backs and how it helps businesses capture and convert more leads without lifting a finger, other than, of course, the fingers to implement it in the first place, but that's obvious. By the end of this session, you will understand why speed to lead matters more than ever, how missed call text back ensures you never miss an opportunity, how automation enhances customer engagement, and key best practices and things to avoid. All right, let's get started. A little bit about us. Roamlii is a comprehensive digital command center designed to support small businesses like yours to navigate and grow within our dynamic tourism sector. We've built a system that helps you more effectively manage your entire customer journey from discovery to inquiry to booking. We're also regularly offering free, valuable resources to help you learn, adapt, and succeed in this ever-evolving industry, like this webinar series and our blogs, plus our website. We're always adapting and updating that too. And we're building a knowledge-based guide. We're building other travel guides, and plus our social media posts too. So keep an eye on us, and there's always a lot we're trying to offer everybody. So here we go. All right, Half Hour Hacks webinar series is semi-monthly, generally focusing on 2 Wednesdays each month, the second Wednesday and the fourth Wednesday. And we explore tactical concepts and online tools in 30 minutes or less. This is designed to elevate your business and your operational strategies, covering a wide range of topics. And some of those topics we're considering right now are listed below here. And actually, Clipchamp, we will be tackling that later this month. Keep an eye on us too. There's probably going to be a formatting change coming in the next few weeks, which will actually add a whole new layer of flexibility and accessibility to this webinar series. Alrighty, missed call text back. Let's start with a question. When was the last time you left a voicemail? Chances are you probably didn't. And your customers aren't typically inclined to leave voicemails these days either. But also, maybe a better question is, when was the last time you were excited to listen to a voicemail and it wasn't your mother? Here's the reality. 78% of customers will do business with the first company that responds to them. If they call and get no answer, they move on, whether that's to another tour operator, hotel, or experience provider. Speed to lead is crucial. The longer it takes you to respond, the lower your chance of conversion. Fact is, if you follow up within 5 minutes, you're 21 times more likely to convert a lead than waiting even 30 minutes. But it's almost impossible for most business owners to get back to even the majority of their leads in that time frame, let alone all of them. And that's where missed call text back changes the game. Missed call text back is a simple automation that instantly sends a text message when someone calls your business but doesn't get an answer. So it acknowledges the inquiry in real time. It keeps the lead engaged instead of them immediately moving on. And most importantly, it opens the door for further communication. An example of this is, say, a customer calls your kayaking tour company but gets a voicemail. Instead of losing them, they immediately get a text back like, "Hey there, we saw you called but we missed you. How can we help? Just so you know, you can also book online here." And that is a key point we're going to be discussing a few times. This is a CTA, or a call to action. So now with this very simple strategy, you're still in the conversation even when you or your team is unavailable. So you do have a lot to do and many hats to wear when you run a small business. So when someone calls and you don't answer, this is how the an automation like this works behind the scenes. The system detects the missed call. The preset SMS is automatically sent to the caller. The conversation potentially continues via SMS, text, or pivots to another medium, depending on how you have things set up. And if it makes sense, the lead can be routed then to a team member or to a booking page. There's also the option of including an AI handoff. We are in the age of AI, and it is an ever-evolving and super useful tool. if it makes sense in your use case. But which, to be honest, though, it often does. So there's also the option with a system like ours to have an AI manage the first SMS and not just have a template in there. So that adds a layer of variability to the initial message rather than a single message template for all inquiries. Because when an AI kicks in, instead of just, of course, the same template going out to everybody, it will respond a little bit more accurately to the exact message the person sent in. So there is that, which can be very handy. Okay, so building off of the previous slide, missed call text back isn't just about the first text. It can also trigger additional workflows, like directing them to an online scheduler, booking system, or a website. Answering common questions is another route as well, because for some reason, oftentimes many inquirers are just looking for answers to your FAQs. And rather than sourcing them on your website, they just decide to call. I know I dealt with this a lot working in the hospitality industry. A lot of people, all of our answers generally were provided on our website or through other mediums, and people just called. We like that. Humans love to connect, so that is a common thing. And while it's obviously important for you to provide engagement for every lead that comes in, because you never know where it might go, it's not always important that you specifically spend your precious time answering FAQs. Instead, let automations and an AI nurture that lead through these first few steps, and then you can step in when the lead has been pre-qualified to some extent. So essentially, because leads come from all angles, right? Some of them are just curious, some of them are bored, some of them are tire kickers and have no intention of moving on. For whatever reason, they still reach out. Again, that could lead back to curiosity. Or they just like gathering information with no intent of doing anything with it. They just like to know. That is such a common human thing. And yeah, and that's fine, right? You still want to solve the problems. You want to get to have good public relations out there. You still want to engage with these folks and solve the challenge, whatever it is that they are having. It's usually just more knowledge. But that doesn't mean that you have to be the one that is the one filtering that, because your time is precious and you should spend that time more so on the people that are filtered through that have an intent to actually become customers. So you can also have the automation simply collect contact details, such as emails or phone numbers for a human to then follow up. And if it's a past customer, if this makes sense for your business, you can also trigger an automation that asks for reviews, referrals, or testimonials, which is really handy. Okay, now let's talk results with a few quick notable stats. Businesses that use something like missed call text back tend to experience 35% higher lead engagement, fewer lost opportunities, aka potential customers stay in the pipeline, and a better overall customer experience because your leads felt acknowledged instantly. Simply put, this very small and simple automation can double your response rate overnight. Now, when missed call text back, while it is simple, businesses sometimes do get some aspects wrong. So here are a few things that we recommend you consider when employing this strategy. Also, please note with this entire presentation, we are not experts in your business, your specific business type. And while we understand the industry very well, you're the expert in your business. So, of course, as always, please apply your own judgment when introducing any new tech and strategies. Okay, first, try to avoid overly generic responses like, sorry, we missed your call, and like leaving it at that. It's okay. It's something at least. But it's missing a pretty big opportunity. Again, that CTA, adding that in. You want to take as many opportunities as you can to add in a call to action. So adding that next step, like a website, a booking link, or some kind of other CTA, makes it much better and adds a lot of value. So you also want to make sure you optimize your responses for your particular business segment or type. For example, a hotel might offer an FAQ link, while a tour company might push to a booking page. And if a customer replies, someone should be ready to engage. So don't ignore the responses, or make sure you have some next steps built in some way or another, like an automation or an AI to keep the conversation going. Otherwise, if you leave them hanging after that first message, it does kind of defeat the entire purpose of the initial quick response. So yeah. Right. Let's go to the next one. Okay. So now, depending on your customer base, it's likely ideal to keep the responses conversational. There's very few cases where non-conversational, very like staccatic almost, makes sense. So something like "Hey there," or include the actual name if they already are in your CRM and you have their name. I saw you called and we missed it. How can we help? Sounding human is better. Even if you're using AI, you still want to sound as human as possible. And then a link to a booking page. So always provide the next step, like a booking page, FAQs, a website, specific cell number if you want to reroute this over to a different person or a specific person, a live chat or an AI. And just make sure too that you're setting the expectations and guiding your leads towards the next step that you want them to take. Setting expectations and CTAs are just a very, very good practice to always be aiming for. Another thing to set expectations with is timing. If a lead calls after hours and you don't have staff 24/7, which a lot of businesses don't, then simply acknowledge this fact and set the expectation. Thank you for contacting us. We'll get back to you first thing in the morning, and just follow through on that promise. And like with everything, monitor and optimize. So you want to track the responses and tweak your messages from time to time to just always look for the ways to optimize for better engagement. Okay, so super quick review of some key takeaways. Missed calls equals missed revenue. Fast responses equal higher conversions. Missed call text back equals instant engagement, which means customers stay in the loop. Automations improve the follow-up. Keep the conversation going. Small tweaks, big impact. Set it up once and let it work for you. All right. Finally, if you do operate a tourism-centric business here in Canada and you're interested in getting missed call text back set up for your business, reach out and we can see if this tool or some of our other tools might make sense for your business. This webinar will be posted on our website, so you can click the book a demo link right through there as well. We would love to have a chat with you. And if you're already using missed call text back, fantastic. You're already ahead of the game. And from time to time, probably just test different responses and aim to optimize. And if you are looking for an alternative system that offers a wide range of other awesome tools, including an AI chatbot with a web link, Reputation AI, and amazing workflow automations, among many other things, just check us out. All right. Thank you for joining us on this half-hour hacks, and stay tuned for the next one. We aim to provide. Right.